Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another live stream. It is Monday, August the 11th, and I hope you're ready to make some inner changes. So, welcome back. Haven't done a power talk for a little bit, I don't think, or at least based on how many things I've recorded recently. And there's going to be episode 1155. How are we doing? Did you have a nice weekend? Did you? I hope so. My weekend was a bit of work and a bit of outside. And that's all I can remember. That's all I can remember at the moment. Yeah. So, thank you ever so much, Cheryl, for the ever so kind super chat. That's very kind of you, supporting the show. Thank you ever so much. And you say you're ready to learn. Of course. That is what we're here for. Hey, you superstar Linda. Thank you ever so much for your kind words about the program. In the program, making the changes. Being an example of what can be done. Yeah, my weekend was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's like I work most days in some vicinity. But when I'm not actively working and I'm passively working, it's just nice and easy and just more kind of relaxed working. Another superstar. Hey, Mary. I don't know if we said this last time, but it was Mary's birthday recently, so put some happy birthdays in the chat. Great to see you had a wonderful trip. Me making a mistake on the location at one point. Mina is here. Very hot weekend. Triple digits. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. No. Oh dear.
It was kind of warm here, I think. I think it was like 82 or 3 maybe when I was out and about. There was one point, when was it? Yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm actually really hot and I need to get some water. I was feeling a little bit weak. Just in the last section of my hike. And I was thinking of something. I don't know if you'd be interested, but I bought this. Right. You kind of clip it on here. It looks very fashionable. And that's just to keep the wind out. But I was thinking maybe, because you put this into the phone and then it becomes like a wireless mic. So maybe in the future, oh, what's happened there on my phone? Of live streaming IRL, which means in real life. Technically, this is real life for me. What do you reckon? I'm not quite happy with the quality, but then again, it was pretty budget. But I could invest more into it. Hey Michelle, welcome back. I hope you're doing great. Yes. I'm gonna like this one. And so will you. So will you. That is true. But I honestly thought, it doesn't look like not Austin, Sedona. But I'm gonna say it anyway because I just presumed in my mind. But it would have still had the same results. In terms of what I meant. for dark skies. Hey Linda Tune, welcome to the live stream. Are you new here? Great to have you here. And hey Dakota, great to have you all the way on Facebook. I hope you're doing well. And you are so welcome. So my eyes are watering. So I was outside, so obviously I had to have a shower. And then I blasted the aircon, and I don't know if it's the aircon making my eyes dry. So if I cry in this power talk, it's because I'm very emotionally involved, but it could be the air conditioning or the fan. Let me turn this down one. Angela, welcome back. Well, good welcomes to you. Welcome. And you get everyone applauding you for hair the first time. So I go live every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. East Coast, 11 p.m. in the United Kingdom. I got a great question here. What class? We got a by the way, Linda and Mary. Saturday, be on my coaching call. But I am doing a workshop, not this Saturday because I'm running my coaching call, but I'll put it in the chat in YouTube and I'll bring it on the screen. Get to this. Whatever you do. Let's type it out right. Oh, I typed it out wrong. Don't go to that URL. That'll take you to a broken URL. It's hard to type when I got a mic and my buttons in front of me. Right, I put it there. That's it, you do. It's emotional work. Well, you've been probably along the deserts. This, yeah. I might go out, because back in the day, I was saying this to someone recently, I used to get like 200 people on Facebook before they changed the algorithms. And I'd just be walking Little Sebastian around Austin in the evening for like 45 minutes, pretty much doing what I do now, but just like doing Q&As, talking about things. So although it'd be too hot and Little Sebastian's a little bit too elderly these days to go on a hike, I was thinking maybe getting back into that, like go old school. Okay, let me... That's all good. I'll send out the replay. There we go. That one. So I'm doing a 3-hour workshop, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, which will be midday Central, 1 p.m. East Coast, and 6 p.m. in England for 3 hours, where I will be personally guiding you and a small group of people to your hidden root cause, your unconscious root cause. It is what I do. I like to think really, really well, because that's how we get results. So if you've been kind of going to hypnosis session to hypnosis session, therapist to therapist, practitioner to practitioner, book to book, podcast to podcast, and the issue keeps on coming up, go there. Oh my goodness, don't ever hit my mic. Go there. Right there. There. josephclough.info/workshop. And I'll be doing a 3-hour minimum. You get to, we'll have a chat at the end if you want. Ask me questions. Ah, that's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. I'm releasing 5 times 4 hypnosis sessions a month at the moment. And in the app, I have an allergy freedom audio program. Samantha's back. I was worried. Whew. Oh yeah, you can have one of those. But I was worried that you'd miss your streak of every live stream ever recorded in history.
But you made it.
Just in time. Phew. Phew. Well, otherwise, we'd have to cancel the show. So we usually start by 1/4 the hour. There's just like the pre-show. Then we have the after show. Oh! Yes. Thank you ever so much. And welcome aboard. I haven't got a sound effect for welcome aboard, but maybe that. Yeah, I haven't got... You can have one of those as well. 2 for the price of 0. What was I saying? Yeah, it's going to be a small group of people, and you don't have to speak to me, but if you want to speak to me, I'll be there, and I'll be guiding you through my process. And Linda and Mary will know this, being in the program, how important the core issue is. And it's that every client I've ever worked with in the history of my 24 years of doing hypnosis, I guide them through this exact principle. And I've refined it over the years, of course, but it gets us to that root hidden unconscious cause, which is great. It means you don't have to work on symptoms. You just work on the root cause and all your symptoms would disappear. Perfect. Oh my goodness. That would have been great for a, Perfect. In other news, we are 3 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe now on YouTube. Because we're at 52,997. 3 subscribers away. You could be the 53rd subscriber. How cool would that be? But you gotta subscribe. Don't unsubscribe then resubscribe. That doesn't make sense. But yes, we could, by the end of this stream, we could have 53,000 subscribers. Hey, what's that? Yes. Look. Or maybe I should get out of that screen so it looks better. Real-time updating. And then we could do it together. How cool would that be? Okay, where'd that go? Here we go. Proof. Look at that. That's just a screenshot though, it's not real time. What part? I'm miles behind on the comments. So either go to www.josephclough.info/workshop to attend the 3-hour workshop. And there we go, a bit of evidence right there. Mina's been on the workshop as well. What do you think, Mina? I'm doing my best. I'm not sleeping well because I'm calorie deficient. But I have lost, thank you, I'm tired. need sleep. But I'm on a deficit at the moment, purposely. So there we go. But thank you. I'm about 3 pounds away from where I want to be, so not long. I weighed myself today at 159, and I want to get down to 155 as my average. Right, it's 1:15 the hour, so we should get going. Yes! Oh, the website. Let me bring it up on the chat. Where was it? My eyes, my eyes. There we go. If you click the link, if you scroll up, you'll be able to see it there and click the link, and it'll open up a new one. Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get to it. It came to me in a way, as it always does. And there's going to be episode 1155. I'm trying to have water to make up for my hydration. Anyway, I'll get into the zone as we get into the thing. So I'm going to just abruptly stop this sound, and then we'll get into the absolute live recording of the #1 podcast in the whole world who features a person called Joseph Clough anyway. So let's go. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Joseph Clough, and this is episode 1155. Can you believe it? Having recorded that many episodes to date. But I always like to be able to create new content for you, and in today, we're not doing a hypnotic meditation. We'll be doing that on the next episode, which, by the way, you will absolutely love, so watch out for that one. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. It's going to be very, very magical, though, if I'm thinking right in terms of which ones I've pre-recorded already. But I'm doing this one live on YouTube, youtube.com/Joseph Clough. And with Power Talks, they just get us conscious learning, right? It kind of, if you just use hypnosis, great, all good, wonderful. However, sometimes you need to have the conscious information to update the unconscious, right? So yes, listen to the hypnosis for sleep ones and all those things on my app. And if you haven't got the app, go to freehypnosis.app. It has all my content in there, where you can create playlists and all those kind of things. Loop audios, sleep sessions, 4-hour sleep sessions, hypnotic meditations, reflections, create your days, audio programs, and everything in between ultimately. So yes, the hypnosis is good and great, but it's sometimes good to have a conscious awakening at the exact same time. So how do we think about that? So I was thinking when I was out and about on my hike about pain. Because over the years I have been injured. I've had back injuries and other leg injuries from exercising at times, say not always stretching. And you kind of think of pain, you go, I wish I didn't have that pain, right? And we know that physically. We want to take away that physical pain of what we experience. But we do so in the exact same way when it comes to our emotional pain, right? You see, you may have gone through lots of significant emotional events in your life, your past, maybe from the very beginning of you to the present you, from maybe last week or maybe right now, where you experience a certain level of emotional pain, and that can also create physical pain. So the conflict within us, where we feel disorder or fragmented almost. We may have anger, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt, frustration, shame, all those types of things. And we intuitively, and I'll tell you why in a moment, repress that pain. We try to escape it, where it be through forms of medication sometimes, or self-medication, like drugs, alcohol, or sometimes we just emotionally try to repress it away. We try to escape the pain that we're in, and for good reason, right? Because we don't want to feel it. And the unconscious mind represses what you can't deal with, right? It doesn't think you're ready to deal with an awakening because maybe you've been running away from pain for a long time, so it represses it down. Now, that's okay maybe in the moment, right? Let's say we've had something traumatic. We want to get rid of the pain very, very quickly, so we try to repress it. Especially if we haven't got the tools to be able to deal or process that pain. But when the unconscious mind is ready to transform, it presents it to the surface again. But it won't do that until you are consciously ready. So let's reframe the experience so you can be ready to be able to live a bigger and better and bolder life. So do not repress ideally. But as a reframe, remember, acknowledge this universal truth that everyone goes through emotional pain, right? It means you're not broken. It means you're not unfixable. Everyone's gone through it. I have gone through emotional pain. When I used to blush, I'd have anxiety and fears of feeling like the imposter. All my clients felt the exact same way, probably the exact same way as you in many ways, right? But they were able to overcome it. So realize that number one, pain is normal. Life is life. It has a contrasting experience. But there are people who have gone through that pain and overcome it. So everyone has faced that, where it be pain, loss, or struggle. But then, the thing that came to me today, or not today because I planned this a couple of days ago, but on my hike, was that pain is where purpose lives. So pain is where purpose lives. You see, most stories start with pain, right? Because they've got to have a contrasting experience in the movie and the story. There's got to be some agitation, right? There's got to be, otherwise it's just a happy book with nothing, there's no substance to it, right? But throughout that book or throughout that story, a hero arrives, like the hero's journey, if you've ever looked into that. So from pain, maybe could be our biggest purpose. Maybe we can actually grow because of this pain. Maybe it can cause us to do amazing things in the world. And I'll take just my personal example. I know for a fact, if it wasn't for my blushing anxiety, the fear of not being good enough, worthy, and deserving, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, because I used hypnosis to let go of it. And then I decided, actually, I want to make this my purpose and help as many people as free from the beliefs of not being good enough, or the imposter syndrome, or the fear and the self-sabotage, and all those things. So my pain actually allowed my purpose to come through. And the chances are I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today if I didn't go through some form of emotional conflict, or let's just call it pain in many ways. So that breakdown that we tend to have, I want you to reframe it as a breakthrough, or at least a time for a breakthrough. It can actually be the seed to your purpose. Think about it. How would your life be if you just resolve that conflict? What would you be doing differently? And you might be kind of hard to try that on if we've had this pain for a long time. But if you were to imagine, and if you find it really hard, imagine someone else who's had your issue suddenly overcome it. What new purpose would that person be living with? How would they be going throughout their day? Now, it doesn't mean you have to create an app or a podcast or create a book or all those things, but what would you be doing differently? How would you be living in purpose and on purpose? What type of things would you be receiving into your world if you just absolutely discovered something deeper within yourself? A place where you can feel at home, where you just wake up and go, do you know what? Today is going to be a good and great day. You see, that purpose can give us epiphanies. It can awaken something. Now, Obviously, it's not for everyone, and it's a bit of a hard-hitting topic sometimes. But they say, like some people who have cancer, they might have the belief that cancer causes death. Now, what if every person searching for the cure for cancer had that belief? And that's what it does. Well, they wouldn't research, right? Because they think, well, cancer causes death. But that reframe, they want to be able to go, no, there's a way of solving this. There's some people have gone through cancer, for example, and it was their wake-up call. They actually woke up and gone, oh my goodness, life is precious. I'm going to live on my terms. I'm going to conquer this, but I'm going to start to live life for myself. So even in the biggest sense of conflict, the biggest sense of emotional distress, or that disorder or dis-ease within the system, can actually awaken us to living on purpose, or with a purpose, with mission, with vision, with ambition, to be able to start living the life on your terms. So I ask you again, what would you be doing differently if you were to actually awaken from the pain and actually arrive with purpose? That if you were getting through the emotional stuff and you got onto the other side, would it have an impact on your relationship? Just have a little check, whether you're in one or not in one. You might go, actually, now I want one because I'm free of the belief or the lack of confidence. I know I'm going to choose the right person who's going to meet my highest self-value. So just test that. Will it change your relationships in any way if you were to have that purpose by going through that pain and awakening on the other side? Would it transcend or transform your abundance or your business or your career, right? Would that have an effect if you were to suddenly live life on your terms, when you're worthy, deserving, and enough in every single way, where you're the example of what can be done every single moment, even in the darkness or even in the challenge? You awaken from that place of, I am worthy, I am deserving. How would that change your career? How would it change your money situation? How would it change your business if you're in a business? And if you're retired, maybe what would you be doing with that abundance of free time from that great mindset? Maybe you'll be volunteering. Maybe you'll be helping people in most wonderful ways, giving back, having purpose, right? Maybe you want to write that book, maybe you actually want to become a practitioner or a coach. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's all possible. You just want there to be to serve ultimately. How would it change your physical health now? So we're just going through the main areas of our life. So would it change how you physically feel if you come from a place of absolute awakening of purpose, where you're living it every single day? You are just unlimited in your potentiality, where you're just so self-loving and so self-caring and so self-valuing in every single moment. How would your physical body change? Where it be sleeping deeper, less stress, or no stress, or good stress, if it is any good stress, because you've been like working out and all those types of things? How would it change that? So when you now flip that, like we usually think of pain that we're going through, the stresses, that disorder, that dis-ease of the system, when it comes to our limiting beliefs and our past and our emotion and our past events that we've gone through, our traumas, our hurts, the people that did mean things to us or bad things to us, or the things that we told ourselves, but we kind of belittled ourselves over the years maybe. That is something that I want you to think about in terms of, you used to repress that. You used to run away from it, but now today you're going to awaken because of it. That you're going to actually solve it for the very first time, once and for all. So therefore you be the example of what can be done. And I've said this before, but just think about that as a legacy point of view. Maybe the stories you've been telling yourself has been told to you from your parents, and maybe from their parents generationally. Maybe you're going to be the first one in the bloodline to be able to go, no, we're creating a new story here. We're going to have a new legacy. So therefore your children will see the person who is inspiring to them, that they will then model. They will model the same kind of beliefs of, I am worthy, deserving, and good enough, or whatever it is for you. All those type of things. You get the opportunity to do those things, to be able to put a stop to what no longer serves you. So you might be saying, well, pretty good. I like the idea of this, Joseph, but this pain that I'm going through is a big thing. Well, number one, just tell yourself, it's time to no longer to run away from my problem. In fact, I'm going to look into it. I'm not going to repress it. I'm going to face it with honesty. I'm going to face it with grace, because you have gone through stuff. So be very gracious that you're absolutely taking a new perspective. When you come from that place, you're going to come from a place of willingness to be able to make a change. Even maybe have a level of gratitude around it, that you're suddenly going to take the time to look after yourself. Maybe your younger self, like the inner child, you're going to start to nurture that. You're going to be the example of what you needed back then. You're going to do whatever it takes to tell your unconscious mind, actually, I've got you. I'm going to look after you now. I'm going to take that inner child me and I'm going to protect it and grow it and evolve it so we can be our potential. Now, the other thing I always like to think about when I always do my hypnosis sessions is learning, right? You see, if we are repressing pain for a reason or running away from it for protection reasons, well, the only way you can actually start to process this is by learning. Now, preferably, I like the unconscious processes, but anything you can gain insight around this, then perfect. So ask yourself, what is there to be learned from this? What is there that once learned will allow me to have those learnings which will then keep me safe? If the very nature of the learnings that come to me in my unconscious mind will allow me to be safer than the emotional pain that I've been going through or the belief that I've been running beneath the surface. So that's another idea, like looking for it. And then just see it as an opportunity, a challenge. It doesn't have to be hard. Just because the problem is painful, it doesn't mean the healing has to be equally painful or painful at all. The way I work with people, I want it to be playful. I want it to be enlightening. I want it to be something which will allow us to go, do you know what? There's a beautiful journey of healing and loving self and all those things. It's a good thing, right? I see it as an opportunity to have fun and be playful again in the transformation, right? And then remember that pain really just causes us to adapt. It's almost like sometimes an evolution, biologically as a species. When things are happening in the environment and it causes the animal or the species to have some form of resistance, the animal or the species have to adapt. They've got to grow with it or get better because of it. They've got to evolve from it. So realize this resistance is actually an opportunity to be more flexible and be more adaptable. You see, everyone you probably look up to and admire has gone through similar forms of adversity or emotional pain. It could be inspirational people like I remember Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. The amount of adversity, because that was like based on the Holocaust and the concentration camps. It's a very hard book, but a very sobering book to get through. But through that pain, it has inspired so many people, like, to see the world differently. Like, it's a very, like I said, it's a sobering book and it also makes our issues even lighter in comparison. Like, going through such a horrible thing like that can actually go, wow, actually my life's not as bad as I thought it was in comparison. And maybe I should be more thankful for what I have. And maybe it's going to be easier to let go of these things. Even if you think like Nelson Mandela, think about the story that he went through there, right? There's so much like the going through prison and all those things. But look what happened on the other side of that. Think of those who have made a change in the world, and the chances are they've gone through some form of emotional pain. It can be a normal, natural thing, something we don't want, but something that can allow us to grow because of it. Every one of my clients that I work with has pretty much, the clients I choose to work with are ones who are very fearful in the beginning, right? Because they think they're broken, unfixable most of the time. And I'm sure you may do as well sometimes. But when I get to see them transform, when I get to interact with them, when I get them to see, where it be the salary bumps or where it be the just like the absolute feeling of wholeness and loving self, when you get to be a part of that experience, you go, wow, this is always possible. Like there's countless, hundreds and hundreds of people in my program who made that leap and just transformed. And to be a part of that is so special. So I'm only saying that, yes, I'd love you to be in my program if you're a good fit, but I'm just saying that people go through stuff and overcame it. They literally went through it and went through the other side. And of course, listen to the hypnosis session with these principles in mind, because then you're gearing yourself up, not going into the hypnosis session as I'm broken, let's see if hypnosis can fix me, which will be self-limiting. But when you kind of take in what I've been saying, like acknowledge it's normal, it's natural, every person has gone through pain. Pain is something that can actually lead to something greater. There are examples in the world, where it be Joseph's or where it be people I admire, where it be people he's talked about, all those things. Becoming conscious of it and actually going, what can I learn from this? Right? Realizing that pain is a contrasting experience can actually lead us to this. It can reframe us. Like I said, cancer can cause life. It can cause us to awaken to something. In fact, I would say my journey has been such an awakening process. Even over the last year, I'm going through so many different forms of epiphanies. By playfully creating new ways of thinking about my life and how I want to help people, or the processes that I create. These are things that just like keep on evolving and naturally growing and growing. So it doesn't stop once you've done the healing. It's such an amazing thing. When you think of pain, it either gets worse or we stay the same, right? That's just what it is. Gets worse or stays the same. Well, once you let go of it, it is just like a kaleidoscope of opportunity within you and around you. It's just like, oh my goodness, I can have this as well. It's like being a child in a toy shop or a sweet shop. Like, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, and this, and this, and this. Like, life is so much brighter. It's so much more resonating. And you feel more powerful because of it. It is the ultimate taking responsibility, the ownership of your pain that you're going through and overcoming it. And once again, the very first thing I said, pain is where purpose lives. Right? So you have purpose within the pain within the purpose. It is where it's going to grow from you, but you've got to nurture it. You've got to place the seeds. You've got to get the help maybe from someone to be able to guide you through that, where it be a one-to-one person, like locally, where it be a practitioner, where it be a retreat, where it be my program. Like I said, I don't really care. I would love you. I do care. Let me say, I do care, but I don't want to put selling pressure there. I want you just to transform. That is what I want for you. And the great benefits is that purpose will transform so many people that you'll be interacting with for the rest of your life. Every interaction will be different. The one in the restaurant, the one with your colleagues, the one with your partner, the one with your children, the one with your pet, one with your parents, your siblings, the neighbor, the stranger that you meet, that just ripples effects out in so many ways. And to me, that is purpose too. The small things create big ripples in the world. So remember, oh, and another thing I just thought of, it gives you more compassion as well. Once you've solved it, because you've gone through it. And therefore you're going to support more people. It will actually lead to purpose. It will create that. It will give you that strength to be the example of what can be done and inspire so many people around the world, possibly if you wanted to go down a big purpose route. So there's so many opportunities compared to staying the same. So I hope you got value from this. You might want to re-listen to it because I did have a lot of points there which were coming to me as I was talking, but on top of that, some ideas I had in my head. And some of them escaped me at times, but ultimately recognize the pain really begin to realize there's a meaning behind the pain. Then we want to kind of interact and get the lessons and the learnings, and then turn that into an active service. That's like the brief overview, but I had lots of points within that. And of course, if you did actually want to go ahead and work with me personally, you can go to josephclough.info/talk and book a call with me. That's right, you can go ahead and book a call with me. And what you do is you book a call on the calendar. Of course, there is an investment to my program if we're going to work together. You got to be a professional in terms of like you're ready to do whatever it takes to let go of it. But on this call, I'll be open to what's happening. I'll get clear on where you are, where you want to be. And if I can solve it all within a short period of time, literally weeks, less than, then I'll absolutely tell you in every single way with congruency that, yeah, it'll be a no-brainer. We'll just let this go. Like I said, there's an investment behind it because you're working with me and my team, and we just plug you into a community which will inspire you to transform, let alone having the deep healing and the processes which are absolutely magical in every single way. So once again, that is josephclough.info/talk. And then I wonder what's on the other side of that pain for you. With that, I look forward to speaking to you on the next episode. Many thanks and goodbye. We did it! Podcast episode 1155. Did that, completed it. Was easy. That's just what we do, isn't it? Let's get back the other music. So remember, there is purpose within pain, and pain within purpose. But welcome back. I hope you enjoyed it. That is so true. Yeah. It's so fascinating because the problem is painful. I was trying to think of a metaphor when I was speaking, but then I had other thoughts coming to my mind of where I needed to go next. But just because how we got there and what we live in is painful doesn't mean it has to be equal pain to get out of it. But we just presume that is the case. But it can actually be fun and like enlightening, as I think I said, and like just loving and all those types of things. Yeah, I read it years and years ago when I was in Cambridge. And then I went to Israel and I went to the Holocaust Museum. And the person who led us around, he was like the top guy, actually cool guy as well, a good friend of ours. And it just made it go, oh my goodness, even more so. So yeah, it's a very sobering, it's hard, it is hard. But just because it's painful, like the theme of this talk, doesn't mean we shouldn't look into those things. That's right, just like walking out, right? You need some form of weight resistance, swimming, water resistance to be able to grow. And like the butterfly, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mina. Good, good, good. Pleased to hear that. I know, I'm sorry. 2 years ago. Where were you 2 years? You should have told me. Eric, you should have gone, look, in 2 years, you're going to do a talk on this. Can you do it today instead? And I would have absolutely done that for you. But as they say, right, the best time to plant a tree was maybe 20 years ago, but the second best time is... Now. The best time is now. Second best time. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've had a chat as well, but yeah, I mean, just the fact that you've gone through that is a crazy example of how powerful you are. Like, that is crazy. And I think everyone here would go, thank you for being so vulnerable, Mary. But the fact that you've gone through all that on the other side and with the attitude that you bring today is an absolute example to so many people here. So thank you for sharing that. Yes, I'm getting Sarah, my assistant, to put out 2 to 3 a day, I decided. So I gave her the background images. So I saw some on this website I pay for. Which one was it? It was the universe. I saw this one. That one there. It's like someone observing the universe. I like that one. And then I like the tree. I like that one as well. They're kind of cool. But yeah, I found about 15 for her to use. And we'll test out. That could be true as well. Yeah. Reflect. Journal. On the 23rd, when was it? Yes. Go to... Is that right? That looks about right. And it's going to be... I'm not planning it to be that big. I can't remember. Mina, Mary... How many people did we have on the last one? And I had like quite a while. Otherwise I should have probably been better, but I think I had a lot more of a lead time. But I just figured I'm going to just do it in 2 weeks' time. And then got to yesterday and I was like, I actually should send an email now and do a podcast. Yeah. What was the quote I always say in my podcast episodes? I cannot remember. I haven't said it for a long time, which is different. I'm usually a big repeater of my words. Hence why I've got to over 1,000 episodes. Retreat, seminar. I would like to do a live seminar. You know, 30 people? I was thinking 30 to 40 people. I think that's about right. So, and we had a nice little chat at the end with some people. I'm going to try to add more of that this time. So if we go over, I'll just be there for a little longer. So yeah, go to that URL. Oh, should we check in with the stats? How many subscribers do I have? We're 2 away. We're at 52,998. 2 subscribers away. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or wherever else I'm going live, get onto YouTube and subscribe. And let's get 53,000 subscribers. If you're subscribed already, don't do anything, because if you click it, you'll be unsubscribed and we go down. We want to go up. And if you've got other accounts, don't use them. I want them to be all legit. Just real people subscribing. There we go. Anything else for today? Yes, I'm a bit tired. I was going to practice the see if we can do a live call-in today. But I'm a little bit tired and weak. So maybe we'll do that on another stream. And the stream, I'll let you know. Next Monday, I've already pre-planned it. I've already pre-planned the stream. I'm ahead of time. I usually do it on Sundays, but I did it all on Saturday and I put another week out. It is going to be a hypnotic meditation about manifesting in the field, like the quantum field. I've already done the day, the sleep, and the 4-hour sleep, but if you want to join me next Monday for a live hypnotic meditation on tapping into the field, it's actually based around someone's ideas, who someone let me know about recently. Jacobo someone, but it was very much into the nature of other people in that kind of side of things. I'm trying to think like the intention experiments and oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. The person who used to do with Lynn McTaggart, the experiment scientist guy, and did the book Entanglement or Entangled. It's all about that stuff. So join me live on Monday for a hypnotic meditation. Still, 52,998. Maybe a bit of magic will help. Have a good one, Cheryl. Have a wonderful week ahead. I feel like this. Was that loud for you? It was very loud for me. Yeah, it's fun. Do you know why it's fun? It's not out of body. Lucid dreaming, you just have control over your dreams, so it's actually better than dreaming. And if you had to have a nightmare, you go, actually, I'm just going to lucid dream this back into happiness. So the lucid dreaming is a good one. I could understand reservation if you're listening to like an out-of-body experience one, but lucid dreaming is just your wonderful imagination becoming the awareness of your dream. What does that mean? It's something about the amount of comments, but it could also be super chats combination as well. So if I go top fans, because you get, let's see, what does it say? There's a leaderboard. How do you get on the leaderboard? You either, oh, it's pretty good. You either send live chat messages or send super chats and super stickers. Or both, of course. But yes, that means you're number 1 and number 2. There. So yeah, that was Mina being number 2. So you gotta type away. I don't know if it's just one live stream. I don't know if it's all live streams. It's probably just this one. Thank you, Michelle. Have a most wonderful week ahead. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Eric, as well. Appreciate you ever so much. And thank you, Linda, for sharing your experience on the program as well. Greatly appreciate that. Sometimes if I just say it, and I know you're not being paid, I might send you a check, but thank you ever so much. What else was I going to say there? Oh yeah, for just genuinely, there's one thing me saying, my program gets results, but someone actually being through the system and the program, that's so much more. You're most welcome. Have a good rest of your week. That's interesting. Is there a metaphor? Is it an unconscious metaphor? What does that mean? Michelle's has 3. Yes. So I can actually see the leaderboard. Do you want to see it? For this chat. It must be this stream because Linda Tune, if you're still here, you said you were first here. So do you want to see? I'm going to put it on my screen. Then we got to go. Maybe it's just top 3, you know, like in the Olympics. So, here's what I see when I just check on the other side. So, Samantha number 4, Eric 5, Linda 6, Linda 7, and there you are, Mary, number 8. And then the software I use for sending erratic messages here and there, Stream Elements. But maybe it's top 3. Oh, isn't that nice? Have a good one. Yes, it is. Oh, that's true. Then, what would that be? Well, it can't be alphabetical order. I don't know. It's not something that I created or know much about, to be honest. I only just saw it when you saw it. Well, thank you. Okay, my friends, we've streamed for an hour. So we'll leave it here. And we'll maybe play around on the next chat. Oh, I'm exhausted. Here to help as much as I can. But thank you for being here, Linda. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired today. Like I said, I'm on a deficit. And at the end of the stream, because I'm like kind of energetic when I'm doing the stream, and afterwards my brain starts to shut down a little bit. So, excuse the tiredness within me, because it's only a Monday as well. I've got a ton of things to do. But I'm going to try and have an earlier night. Notice how I said earlier night, not early night. Because an early night would be a good early night. An earlier night can still be bad. Because I could go 1 minute earlier than I did last night. Yeah, that's true. But not from being boring. Never boring with you, Mary. I'll just pull this last one up from Mina. There we go. That can be the last chat of the day. Yes, I'll do this last one here. I do sometimes because I think I go into like decompression mode because I'm like trying to tune in, and then afterwards I'm like, I'm now done. But because I'm tired in general, I'll show you. Oh, I did sleep okay-ish. What is my... Oh, I forgot to turn off my activity. That's gonna be good for my record. Okay. Sync. I got 7 hours sleep, so that's not bad. But my sleep score was only 80 out of 100. And here, I don't know if you can see, I was awake in the night for 1 hour and 37 minutes. But optimal, breathing regularly, 97% oxygen, which is pretty good. Anything over 95 is good. Heartbeat, not so bad. Average was 62 beats per minute. So, but that's because I was up and it was a poor sleep. So, you've seen this before. You see it glow, look. It's trying to check me right now. Where it was. Yeah, see that? So every like 5-10 minutes, it checks where I'm at. It's a little computer. The Oura Ring. And then, like it said right now, my activity progress is complete. So yeah, the Oura Ring does all my sleeps. Yes, I will do. I'm gonna edit this and then go from there. But great to see you here, Linda Tune, for the first time. I'll be back on Monday for that live hypnotic meditation. So thank you ever so much. Have the most wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy, and I'll speak to you all on Monday. Many thanks, and goodbye.